Hi, welcome to Nice Monkey Tech. I'm Stephen. Today we are going to be taking a look at the GTX 570. 1280 megabytes of memory and a clock speed of around 730, 740, somewhere around there anyway. I thought what we'll do is we'll take a few older games and a few newer games and see how it performs in either, and then make a quick decision, or maybe have a little bit of a chat later on about how good it is or how bad it is in today's terms. I picked this graphics card up for about £5, so I'm not out of pocket on this one, if it works or not. I don't even know if it works, but we will find out. It does have a strange connector on the back for the HDMI. It's a mini HDMI or a micro HDMI. I'm not sure which one it is, but I did find a cable for it, which is what spurred me into making this video. So I'll show you getting this installed on the computer, getting the drivers updated, removed and updated with DDU, and then we'll take it from there. I'll see you in a bit. Well, that's that installed. Let's get this powered on, see if it works. Excuse the janky cabling. My 8 pins are 8 pin to 8 pin. I will not split the 6, so I had to put a dodgy extension on. Not that it's dodgy, it's perfectly fine, it just doesn't look very good. Anyway, let's get this switched on and see if it boots. Straight into Windows. We'll be switching from the camera to OBS to catch all the rest of the footage, so I'll see you over there. So this is DDU, Display Driver Uninstaller. Basically, all you need to do is click whether you want to clean and restart, whether you want to clean and do not restart, or you want to clean and shut down. Pick your GPU or your audio device and the manufacturer of it, whether it be AMD, Intel or Nvidia, and then click the button and it will uninstall the drivers for you. It will require a restart to get a proper clean there. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to have a look. We have the Nvidia control panel. It has already installed it for us, but I have a feeling this will not be a full up-to-date version. And we do have a feeling that 38813 are not the updated drivers. So we will find the latest drivers. I definitely do not have a Titan. It's a 500 series, so we will have a search and see what's the newest driver for the 500 series. It is 391, so there is a new one, so we will install that. And that will probably take many hours. However, for you, it will just be a few seconds. And it is done downloading. So we'll click that and get this out of the way. It's such a shame that I will have to do this all over again when I put the 5700 XT back in. All in the name of science. So there we go, that's installed that. Let's run some games. Well, that's encouraging. 117 frames a second in the menu. I'm already surprised. So it says 178 FPS, but the console may be looking it. So we do this and we type FPS _ max space 0 and hit enter, and we got 152, so that's unlocked my FPS. Lovely. Right, let's see how it plays. And there's bound to be someone down there. Shot the bot. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, the GTX 570. Is there any good for today's games? Without spoiling the whole end of the video, no, it's not. Games from a few years ago, it seems absolutely fine with, which stands to reason really. Grid Auto Sport ran absolutely fantastic, 97 frames per second on high settings. You could probably bump it up to ultra settings and still get a really good gameplay out of it. In fact, I did, and we were hitting around about 75 frames per second. CSGO was obviously no problem, it was never going to be a problem. CSGO will run a potato. The new Grid 2019 really did push this card to its limits. It did play, and you could possibly get the settings set to where it becomes playable. But having to run it in 720p and having the settings so low, the game looks terrible, and honest, it's just not worth playing. Tomb Raider is another ball game. It's weird because we still had really low frames per second, averaged about 42 frames per second on ultra low settings. Lots and lots of stuff just turned off altogether, and running it at 720p, but it still looked good and it still ran smooth. So I imagine there's certain points in the game where it needs a bit more graphical processing power and it just won't handle it, or it will slow down. But overall, I do think you can play Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And then at the end we had Devil May Cry, which was much as the same as Shadow of the Tomb Raider. If you're willing to put up with a little bit of slowdown here and there, you'll probably average about 40 frames per second. But yet again, I had to run at 720p and drop all the settings right to the base levels. So is the GTX 570 any good to today's market? No, it's not. Apart from this one looking pretty cool with a little trapdoor so you can clean the fans out, it's not much use with modern games. All the games it's great, and if you wanted to build a retro system, which I do have planned, as soon as I pick up a decent power supply for one, which will be using this to build it in, that would probably be great. Or if you do play older games or CSGO or really low demanding games, it would be fine. Other than that, don't waste your money. Anyway, this is Ice Monkey Tech. I've been Stephen. Hopefully this was informative and it was of some use to you. Take like, subscribe, take care, and I'll see you all in the next one.